Hi everybody, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Thanks for joining me on this one. I hope everybody had a fantastic new year and they're having a great start to the new year. Hopefully it goes better than the train wreck of 2016, so positive outlook. Today, this is a video of an acrylic painting that I'm working on. It's just a small one, it's an 8x10. It's the third in, I guess it's becoming a series. I guess technically it's a series after 3 of paintings that I've been doing with bones done in this black line work, and then I fill it in, and then I fill it full of foliage, which you'll see. And I just love the way they look on the white, sort of textured canvas. I think they're a lot of fun to do. So. Yeah, so while you watch this video, I'm also going to work on the rest of the Starving Artist tag. My last 2 videos have parts 1 and 2, I think the first and then second 5 questions of the 20 question tag. So I'm going to jump right in at question number 11 for the Starving Artist tag. So number 11, what advice can you give to people who want to be more artistic or creative? I think the best piece of advice is to be more aware of your surroundings. So when you're walking down the street and you know you're surrounded by trees and gardens, pay attention to those trees and gardens. Don't just look at it and see a tree. Look at it and see the blues in the shadows and the bright sharp yellows and the highlights of the leaves and the purples and the barks of the tree. You know, it's not just brown, it's purple and it's red and it's blue and full of green moss and things like that. And so I think that's, you'll find a lot of inspiration in a lot more mundane things if you start to notice the little beauties, like dark pavement after it rains. It's not black, you see sort of blue-gray reflected from the sky, and you see, you know, the different reflections and the rainbow splotches of oil stains on driveways and things. So pay attention to the little mundane things, and you'll start to find inspiration in a lot smaller things in life. Number 12, were you supported to pursue art as a child? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. As a child, every parent, you know, likes to sit their kid down in front of a crayon, or crayons in a coloring book. And I don't think mine were any different. I was given those little art kits for gifts, you know, where they've got the watercolors and the markers and the pencil crayons and the pencils all in one little neat, tidy art case. So yeah, I suppose I was. Number 13, do you make money off your art? Occasionally. Obviously not as much as I would like, but I do get some commissions here and there. That's pretty much it. You know, I've sold a handful of prints, things like that, but obviously not as much. I don't think any artist can say they make as much as they would like off their art. Number 14, what do you want to improve on or inspire to be with your future art? I want to improve on making a more cohesive collection of art, which is why I'm really happy that I've been having so much fun with these paintings with the bones and the flowers. Is that I've really struggled with cohesion, and from one piece to another, nothing ever really goes together. I rarely have a theme following. That's why I loved Inktober so much, is because I did the Witchtacular theme, and they were all so obviously related that it just really, it made me feel so much more accomplished. So I'd like to be able to find more of that in the future. Number 15, what feelings do we try to express in our art? Well, this is, I mean, it's boundless. It depends on the artist. Every artist wants to express something different in their art. Some artists don't intend to express anything in their art. They just want to make it for purely aesthetics. Some artists like to produce anger and outrage. I particularly, I don't know if I focus on trying to express an emotion in my art. I just paint and draw what sort of I'm feeling at the time. My aim isn't to make somebody else feel something specifically. If they do feel something, obviously that's fantastic. With this painting here and the other 2 that I've done, one of my favorite themes in literature, in art and everything is sort of recapturing of nature, of sort of nature taking over after humans have come and gone. I think that's just one of my favorite things. So I love like old buildings that have been taken over by vines and trees growing out of the middle. I just love that so much. So I do like to express that sort of sensation of nature retaking. Number 16, what is your favorite thing to paint and why? I don't really have a favorite thing to paint, I suppose. I like using the black line work in a lot of the things that I do. I love line work. I guess line work is my favorite thing to paint. What's the strangest thing you've painted? Well, I went to art school. Sorry, that's number 17. I went to art school, so we had to do all sorts of banana things. We had to paint piles of candy. We had to paint piles of jackets and purses and clothing and turn them into masks and stuff. Like we had to, not masks to wear, but like paintings of masks, I don't know. I painted a 4-foot by 3-foot painting of makeup, giant lipstick and broken powder compacts and used powder brushes and things like that. I don't know. I guess one person's strange is another person's typical, right? So, who knows? Especially with artists. Number 18, have you ever been hung up after you first started a commission, and how did you handle it? Oh, yeah, commissions are the worst. When you have to paint somebody for something for somebody, and it's not your idea, it's not coming from what you're passionate about, then it can absolutely turn into the worst thing in the world. And I have one right now that it's just been sitting beside my desk that I need to finish, and I just don't want to. I don't find any inspiration in it. I hate the subject matter. I don't like the style of it. It's awful to me, but yeah, I've got to get it done, and that's pretty much how I deal with it, is that I've promised it, so it's got to get done, you know? Gotta pull yourself up by the pants and just get shit done sometimes. Number 19, do you admit that paint smells good? I like the smell of like house paint, but otherwise no, paint smells terrible. I have a lot of experience with stagnant paint water that's been stuck in a plugged drain for a long time in my art school. Our paint sinks were terrible for that. Paint does not smell good. Ink smells terrible. I don't like the smell of it at all. But like I said, house paint, yeah. Give me a permanent marker any day. And lastly, number 20, what would you tell your younger self? I would tell my younger self simply to get at it a lot sooner. I didn't start practicing and really seriously considering my skills until way too late in life, until after I had already been in art school. And I could have accomplished so much more by now if I had taken myself seriously and, you know, actually practice something that I had an interest in and developed my hobby sooner, instead of being so worried about, you know, typical teenage bullshit of going to parties and looking stupid in front of your friends, you know. So, okay, so that is the last of the tag. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay up to date on all my paintings and drawings on my Instagram, which I will have linked below. Also my Society 6 and my Tumblr. Yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thanks very much. Bye.